Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor to have the opportunity to address such a distinguished audience. Let me introduce myself. I am Artharun Kumar, 10th standard from TTWREIS PTG Boys, Mannanur, Nagar Kannur district. In my presentation, I would like to report on nutrition food supply system. In today's class, it is a particular interest to those of you who are really facing the problem regarding the nutrition food and the digestion tract. Friends, this afternoon we are going to be talking to you about the nutrition food and its supplying nature. Friends, on this great day, let me share a few personal experience which made me to think and awareness for the lifelong. When I was studying class 6, I used to have the 4 friends, Arjun, Rion, Pruton and myself. Every day we used to spend our leisure time to play the cricket. One day, Arjun prefers to eat the outside food while we are playing cricket. So, beside our school, there used to be a small shop which is not at all clean. One day, Arjun went on eating the outside food which is not at all clean shop. By the evening, he got unbearable stomachache and we have admitted him into the hospital which is in Achampet called as a Chaitanya Hospital, which is near to my village. After that serious diagnosis, we came to know that he got into the food poison. After this, he do not touch the outside food since from now, and that by this we can say that we should take the nutrition food which is constitution of carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals and water. These are the components which is useful to make our nutrition food. Friends, let me ask you one question that, do you know what is a food and how it is made up of? As friends, food is a chemical material which is composed of several components such as carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals and water. These are the components which are in the form of food to call it as a chemical material. As friends, food is a chemical material. After that, if we gain an energy, we should take and we should mainly depends upon the 2 components such as carbohydrates and fats. These are the 2 main characters which plays an important role to give the energy. For example, carbohydrates and fats to give us an energy which can make our body as a nutrition and which can make our body as a strong one. When we take proteins, our body will give us in a stronger manner. We know that the function of protein to make our body stronger, as well as if we want to make our body stronger, we should completely depends upon the protein. After that, the remaining components such as vitamins, minerals, water. These are the 3 components which is to give our body from fight against the diseases. To fight against the diseases, vitamins, minerals and water. These 3 components plays an important role to fight against the diseases or also to protect from the diseases. For example, when the person is suffering from fever, you want to go to the doctor. After that, the doctor suggests that you should take the tablets and the tonic. When we see the index of the tonic, we can clearly observe that vitamins, minerals and water. These are the 3 components which protect against the diseases. Friends, let me have a small discussion on these carbohydrates, fats to give energy, protein to make our body stronger, vitamins, minerals, water to protect against the diseases. By this, we can say that food is needed for all living organisms to maintain their mainly for growth and the repair. If a person should growth and repair, it should must and depend upon the food. Okay friends, several organisms food mainly for needed for the body temperature as well as. Now this is a time to enter into the lesson. Before going to the lesson, let me have with this end of the session, we will learn these types of objectivities which is spread in the slides. Okay friends, now we have objectivities which are in the form of, we can see that passage of food to alimentary canal or gut, process of bolus and mastication, digestion, chyme, emulsification, diseases due to the malnutrition, conversion of carbohydrates into the maltose, protein into the peptones, flow chart of human digestive system. In these objectivities, we can learn how the food it transport one place to another place. by which substance and which enzymes. After that, digestion. What are the process involved in the digestion? It is a chemical substance or a simple substance. Chyme. In this chyme, what are the steps involved? Either it is a carbohydrates or fats which are in the form of components. Or emulsification. Emulsification is a includes of fat or digestion process, or emulsification is a mainly contents of other material. Now we can learn the emulsification. After that, flow chart of human digestive system. In this flow chart of human digestive system, we can learn that how the food passes from one part to another part, and after diseases due to the malnutrition. In this diseases due to the malnutrition, we can learn what are the diseases due to malnutrition and how many types and how they can affect the human body. We can learn such types of in these objectivities. And last one, that is conversion of carbohydrates into the maltose and protein into the peptones. Now we can learn in these objectivities. Let's move into the second slide, that is in the form of passage of food to alimentary canal. As friends, before going to learn any topic, we should understand the main theme which is in the title. As friends, passage of food through alimentary canal. Passage is nothing but to transport. Friends, here transport is nothing but where the food is transferred one place to another place which took place in our human body. After that, food. We have already discussed that food is a chemical materials which is composed of several components such as carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals and water. As well as we can see the word called as through. Here the through mainly indicated that by the help of the through indicating. After that, in this main sentence we can observe the main word that is called as a alimentary canal. Friends, it is a very main word which can explain us. It has the different parts and different functions and have a specific functions which leads to human digestive system. And in this we can observe interesting fact that which can start from mouth and end with the anus. It consists of 30 feet in length. Friends, here the interesting fact that it consists of 30 feet in the length. Okay friends, let's have a small description on the title. Transport of chemical material through the gut. It means the process which is involved in the alimentary canal can be seen in the gut. So it is called as a alimentary canal or gut. Let's enter into the bush, that is called the food which is taken in our body. It should be cut and crushed by our teeth to make it as wet and slippery. Friends, here the food which is cut and crushed by our teeth to make it as wet and slippery when it is added to the saliva. Friends, in this paragraph, I want to say one interesting fact, another one, that is here the saliva plays an important role about to produce the 1 to 1.5 liters only for one day. Friends, here please you put on your concentration towards this, that our saliva has the capacity to produce 1 to 1.5 liters for only one day. Here the saliva and the teeth plays an important role about 30% of the digestion. We know, friends, our digestion takes place in the 100%, but in this mouth we can observe that 30% of the digestion will occur in the mouth. As well as, friends, we have discussed that bolus. Bolus is nothing but where the food is cut and crushed by our teeth to make it as wet and slippery when it is added to the saliva. This process is called as a bolus, which takes place in our mouth. As well as the formation of bolus takes place in our mouth, it's called as a mastication. Friends, mastication is nothing but the formation of bolus in mouth is called as mastication. So how can you say that mastication is a process of bolus? Friends, the food is related to the mastication, so it is called as a bolus, is known as a mastication. After that, so let me have a small introduction that how the salivary plays an important role. Friends, here in this regard, I want to say that there are the 3 pairs of salivary glands. Let's look their location and their role. The first page, second page, third page, which is located in the mouth. The first page is called as submandibular, second page that is called as sublingual, and third page that is called parotid gland. Their location is that the first page, which is at the side of the jaw, we can see the side of the jaw in the slide, that is called as submandibular. The second page, when we move on second page, It is located at the below the tongue. We can know that below the tongue is called as a sublingual, which can be called as a sublingual gland. The third one, which plays an important role about the digestion, that is called Parotid Gland, which is a side of the ear. We can see side of the ear is nothing but Parotid Gland. After these three glands, having a special enzyme which can be convert the food which is in the form of complex substance, convert into the simple substance. When it is completed complex substance into the simple substance, the protein plays an important role. The peptine which is present in the saliva plays an important role. Let's see how. The protein which is secreted in the saliva, which helps in conversion of carbohydrates which in the form of complex converted into the simple carbohydrates, is the function of taline. Taline which is secreted in mouth, we have already known that. Next, move on small little bit of discussion about the taline. This process of breakdowning complex substance into the simple substance with an help of enzyme and absorb into the body is called as a digestion. Digestion is a very important, friends, which is very plays a key role in our body, that is the process of breakdowning complex substance into the simple substance with the help of enzyme which is absorbed into the body is called as digestion. Let's have this brings an end of this topic of digestion. Let's move on further topic, that is called as a stomach, which is the food converted into the small pieces. For example, think it is a food. Now the food converted into the small substance. For example, this is the small substance. When the food is converted into the stomach, it can be converted into the small particles. It means like the liquid nature we can see in the stomach. So how can you say that the particles is changed into the small? As friends, here it is another fact that in our stomach we can see the very dangerous juices and acid which are in the form of HCl and the gastric juice. Friend, sir, how can you say that HCl acid is present in our mouth? Yes, friend, it is very important to present in our stomach. Sir, it is very dangerous, no sir? Friend, it is very dangerous, but it is protected by the special layer called as mucus. The mucus layer which is protected from the HCl acid to convert the food material into the simple particles or small particles. Friends, let's move on second one, that is when the food enters in the stomach, we have discussed about two enzymes. One is HCl acid and another one is gastric juice. The HCl acid not only converting the food into small particles, here the gastric juice which is present in the stomach also converting the food material into the small particles. After that, the food goes into the next part, that is called as a small intestine. Here the small intestine is nothing but we can observe different types of ring-like movement, ring-like muscles which plays an important role. To transport the food materials in some amount of quantity, we should mainly depends upon the pyloric sphincters. The function of pyloric sphincter is nothing but it can obtain the food materials from the stomach by the help of the wave-like movement in the peristaltic movement. It converts the food material as a ring-like movement called as a pyloric sphincters. These are the function of pyloric sphincters, which is passage of small quantity, only small quantity when it is relaxed. For example, think it is a relax, only the some quantity of food it can be obtained. For example, when we seen in the heartbeat, it can be contract, relax, contract, relax. These two processes will observe. So the blood will be flow into the some quantity. The same thing which is absorbed in these pyloric sphincters has the same thermal equilibrium. It means equal. After that, it is entered to the small intestine. Here, another interesting fact that in the alimentary canal, the food which is entered in alimentary canal, it is entered into small intestine. It is the longest part of alimentary canal. When we discuss about alimentary canal, the longest part is nothing but small intestine. The proximal part is called as a duodenum, which helps in the making the food into the smaller substance. After that, here we can see the important topic which is in the form of emulsification. Lot of children facing the problem about what is emulsification. Emulsification is nothing but where the fats are digested into the small globular structures or small particles. where the fats converted into the small globular structures with an enzyme which is secreted in liver called as a bile juice. The bile juice which act on protein to convert into the small particles is called as emulsification. After that, let's have a small bit of discussion about the next part, that is called as a flow chart of human digestive system. Friends, we can observe in the flow chart of digestive system, that is where the food is converted into the where. It means when the food is converted into the small particles, where the food will we go. Now we can discuss in this human digestive system. Friends, the food which is taken in mouth, first it goes to the buccal cavity. In this buccal cavity, we can discuss the process called as a bolus and mastication. Let's recall the process called bolus and mastication, where the food is cut and crushed by our teeth to make into small particles. It completely presents in our buccal cavity. After that, the food goes to the pharynx with the help of esophagus. In this esophagus, the food goes like wave-like movement. Here, the food goes like wave-like movement, call it as a peristaltic movement. The peristaltic movement is nothing but where the food is converted into small particles by the help of food pipe. We can call it esophagus or also called as a food pipe. So, where the food goes to the esophagus, we can see the wave-like movement. So, we have a small discussion about flowchart of human digestive system. Friends, we can see that here we have a small, that is mouth. In this mouth, the food enter into the mouth with the help of salivary glands. We have already discussed about 3 pairs of salivary glands. The same thing that are called as a submandibular, and sublingual and parotid gland. These are the 3 glands which is present in the mouth to convert the food materials for the 30% of the digestion. After this digestion, the food goes to the esophagus. Here we can say this esophagus or a food pipe. The other name of esophagus is food pipe. Here in this esophagus, we can see the food moves into the wave-like movement. It is called as a peristaltic movement, which occurs in this food pipe. After that, the food goes into the stomach. Here we have already discussed about the stomach is secreted by the 2 types of enzymes, which is in the form of HCl acid, and second one which is in the form of gastric juice. Here 2 pairs of salivary enzymes which can be seen in stomach. After the stomach, the food goes into the small intestine. Here we can see the small intestine. Here by the help of pyloric sphincters. Here we can see that pyloric sphincters which is useful to us to convert the small quantity of food to convert it into the next part. It means to pass the next part into the pyloric sphincters. With the help of this, we can move the food into the small intestine. In this small intestine, we have known that under alimentary canal, the longest part that is in the form of small intestine. After this, we can see the interesting fact that emulsification. In this small intestine, we can observe one topic called as emulsification. Emulsification is nothing but where the fats which is present in the stomach, which is present in the small intestine, first it should be digested and converted into the small globular structures in the small intestine with the help of an enzyme which is secreted by the liver. Is known as a bile juice. The bile juice converting the food material which is in the form of fat converted into small particles. After this, the food which goes into large intestine is called as an unwanted food material. After this, we can observe to the rectum and anus. These are the human digestive system. In this, we can mainly concentrate about some process called as a bolus, mastication, digestion, emulsification. Now the another fact that is in the form of chyme, where the carbohydrates and the proteins are already broken down into the species is called as a chyme, which took place in our small intestine. Friends, we have completed the flowchart of human digestive system. Now let's go to the diseases due to the malnutrition. Sir, how can you say that what are the diseases due to the malnutrition? Friends, there are a lot of diseases due to the malnutrition which cause on food related diseases. Friends, Before going to the topic, let me have a small interaction about the diseases due to the malnutrition, which means malnutrition, eating of a food that does not contain one or more than one in a required amount is called as a malnutrition. Friends, I want to repeat once again, which plays an important role, that is in the form of malnutrition, where eating of a food that does not contain one or more than one nutrition in required amount is called as a malnutrition. What are the reasons, sir, for this malnutrition? As friends, the reasons for this malnutrition is, first one, socio-economic poor health. Socio-economic, this is leads to the malnutrition. The another one that is called as a poor health development, where the poor health can be considered as a socio-economic disease, can be called as a malnutrition. Friends, let me have with three types of malnutrition, which are in the form of protein malnutrition, calorie malnutrition, and protein calorie malnutrition. In this malnutrition, we can learn about the first one, that is Kwashiorkor, which is disease. This is the deficiency of disease. For example, the Kwashiorkor disease, it is due to the protein deficiency, where the person takes in the low amount of protein material. We have already known that the function of protein to make our body in a stronger manner. However, we have already known that different types of nutrition and their uses. The same thing in these Kwashiorkor diseases, we can learn about the less amount of protein deficiency. Sir, how this disease affect in our human body? Yes, children, the symptom this disease is nothing but lean and weak, diarrhea, less development muscles can be seen in this disease. After this, it is very dangerous when we come to the marasmus. The next one, that is called marasmus. This is a disease where is the deficiency of protein and calorie, where the deficiency of protein and calorie, which can lead to marasmus disease. Friends, this disease generally occurs when there is an immediate second pregnancy or as a childbirth. Friends, here when the woman used to repeated childbirth or continued childbirth, it is lead to the marasmus disease. Friends, here we can learn the symptoms called as lean and weak. It means lean and weak, less development vessel, and after that we can see the diarrhea. In two types of diseases, we can observe the diarrhea, which plays an important role and it affects the human body. You can see that here where the marasmus takes place in our body, it causes due to the food related diseases. Friends, let's have a small discussion about obesity. Friends, it is also, we have discussed these two diseases in a deficiency. Now, the obesity is nothing but where is the excessive amount of food taking in our body, where the excessive amount of calorie or excessive amount of food taken into the body, it causes obesity. Friends, it is very dangerous diseases. So friends, I want to advise, do not take the high amount of calorie. And the symptoms of this disease is nothing but cardiovascular system completely destroyed, and after that renal artery, which is present in our body, it also completely destroyed. So friends, diseases due to the malnutrition is nothing but we should, where there is a deficiency and where there is a excessive amount of food or excessive amount of calories. Friends, let me have come back to the main topics which we have clearly explained and which can plays an important role, that is in the form of bolus, mastication, digestion, chyme, emulsification, and flowchart of human digestive system. Repeat one sentence in each one. I want to repeat that. Why? Because it is very important to us. The bolus, where the food is converted into the small substance with the help of teeth and the saliva. After this, the process of digestive system. It means digestion, where the digestion, the complex substance converted into the simple substance with the help of enzyme or absorbed into the body is called as a digestion. Let's come to the chyme, where the food materials of carbohydrates, fats converted into the small particles with the help of special enzymes can be called as a chyme. Let's have a small discussion about emulsification. Emulsification nothing but where the fats converted into the small particles with the help of enzyme which is secreted from liver called as the emulsification. Friends, here the way the food goes to this esophagus, we can like, it is very interesting fact because the food goes here like a wave-like movement. So it is called as the peristaltic movement. After this, we can come to the flowchart of human digestive system. There are the two interesting facts in this. One is what the saliva produce 1 to 1.5 liters of the saliva in for 1 day, and after that the longest part of the alimentary canal is small intestine, and after that the alimentary canal which starts from mouth and end with the anus, which is the form of 30 feet in the length, and after that in the stomach we can observe that the HCl acid and the gastric juice which can convert the food into the semi-solid condition. Friends, my best advice for you that in today's generation, the people are facing lot of diseases due to the food related diseases. So to overcome such types of diseases, my best advice in this chapter, because I was taking this chapter because I have seen the 2/3 of the world, 2/3 of the world where facing the problems related to the food related diseases. So it is an important topic for you that here in this topic we should remind in our mind that is several processes in the form of digestion, emulsification. These are the two processes which plays an important role in this digestive system. And when we come to the malnutrition, the Kavaskar, obesity and the marasmus, these three types of diseases are very important. So I want to take this chapter. Finally, I conclude that we know that food is a source of to perfect in our biological process, which is mainly constraints of carbohydrates, fats in a proper amount, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals and water. These are the components to make our body into this complex material. It means to make our body in a strong and to protect against diseases and to fight against diseases and to gain our energy. In front of you, I am speaking loud because by the carbohydrates and fats, I am getting the energy, and I want to be in proper manner because of the protein material which is present in our body at giving to make my body the stronger one. After that, just now only I have taken that vitamins, minerals and water to make my body away from the diseases. So these type of components we can observe in this chapter called as a nutrition food supply system. Lastly, I conclude that the lot of students I have said their personal experience. On that personal experience, my friend Arjun was felt in the stomachache. So we have admitted him to the hospital. So we have given the best advice to take the nutrition food. The nutrition food which is considered in home food, because we prefer to eat the home food because it is composed of several nutrition in a proper amount. When we go to the outside, the lot of diseases will occur. 8 lakhs of microbacteria and 3 lakhs of bacteria in a normal condition. When the outer environment gives us bacteria, it leads to less development of our body muscles. So my best advice to take the healthy food which is prepared in the home. I lastly thankful our secretary sir because who taken a step forward to develop the spoken English skills in us, and as well as I want to make the students who are listen this class in a perfect manner. By this chapter, we can obtain very complex process which is converted into the simple process in simple substance. So thank you for all who pays attention towards me, and especially thanks to our principal sir Mogla sir Garu, who always making the encouragement to all the students, not only me, all the students of my institution making the encouragement. I special thanks to for Anjanil sir, Rajgopal sir and the Mahesh sir who plays an important role for these slides and making me to prepare in a perfect manner. And first of all, sir, I want to make the one thing that my friends, my backbone of this studio is nothing but my friends. My friends make me a lot of courage how to face the challenge between this board and me. Thank you for giving this golden opportunity. Thank you.